Hello, everybody. I'm here. Sean.
Oh shit.
Put your pants on.
Yeah, I'm here. I thought I was hearing shit. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? And then I realized, oh yeah, that's right. I still waiting in the back. I was waiting to hear your voice, but I didn't have my headset on.
You're
I was
gonna turn some light
laying
on
here
over there?
watching Shogun.
Okay.
Oh, I do. Are you kidding? I gotta take my pants off. Not this cold. Even though I got heat in the truck, it's still. I don't go down that far.
You're gonna turn some light on there?
Yeah, ever since you sent me the link to the StreamYard, I've been in the backstage since.
Are you gonna turn your light on in there?
Yeah, I could do that. Hang on. Ugh. Ah. That's a good show, man. Yeah, I did. That's Shogun on my laptop.
Okay.
I highly recommend that. And that girl's gorgeous.
Hey, Sean Williams, how you doing? Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, my light's on. See? I just don't have the camera
Your signal's pretty bad where you are.
flipped around the other way. There we go. Oh. Is it snowing at your place pretty good?
It stopped finally.
I figured it'd be hitting pretty hard now.
Yeah. I don't think you can hear me though. I can hear you.
Yoshi Toranaga.
Can you hear me? Your camera keeps freezing. Anyway, folks, I'm here. How's everything going? Someone, we won't name names because she's got 20 of them, told me to be here. So I'm here. Can you hear me? Sean.
What did we see?
Can you see
Can
me?
you hear me?
Your camera keeps freezing
Yeah,
up.
I can see you.
Okay, your camera keeps
Oh,
freezing.
can you hear me though?
Yes.
Oh, my signal might be shit here where I'm at, which makes no sense.
I didn't mean for you to wait so long. I didn't know you were in the background.
Yeah, I just figured as soon as I start hearing voices, I'll join in.
Okay. I didn't mean to wake you.
Is it? I wasn't asleep. I was watching Shogun.
Oh, okay. So what were you saying?
Is it snowing down there really hard?
No, it stopped.
Huh.
I'm sure it's hit where you are.
No,
Anything?
it's not doing anything. I'm
Hmm.
right. I'm like 3 or 4 miles from the border of West Virginia or Maryland, and then there's West Virginia, and then I'd be in Northern Virginia.
Okay.
Virginia is getting hammered. I do know that, and West Virginia and Kentucky got slaughtered. Back at home, they already got 6 inches.
Is
My
that what
son
she
told
said?
me. My son told me, he said, "Dad, you can't even see the road or the driveway now." He was at a
Okay.
friend's house and walked home.
Cheers, my friends. Not a sponsor. Hey, Brett.
I know there's nobody else doing a live stream. It's like, man, everybody, what the hell? You ain't doing shit. Come on here.
Thank you, LV. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just put on last week. I put on my memberships, whatever. I didn't have them on. I turned them off for a long time. I wasn't making anything from it, but decided to see what happens. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I was just flipping some pages.
Yeah, Darren said he'll be on later, like on mine later, but he's with his mom.
Ah,
But he says if he sees me, then he'll pop in. I told him I'll only probably be on about 2 hours, if that.
Oh, excuse me.
That's lunch on you, huh?
It's one thing I do. I do a lot of burping, but I don't fart. That's because I burp instead. It's the coffee that does that to me.
Thank
But
you,
I haven't
LV. I
drank coffee
appreciate
now.
that. I don't know. How much is 50? Let's see. 50 Hong Kong dollars. 15. I don't know.
You lost me on that one. I'll read it.
I was wondering how much $15, whatever, Hong Kong money is $15 in American.
For 15 yuan.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm guessing the yuan is close to us, if not worth more.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt your movie time.
Oh, I can pause it.
Okay.
I've already seen it anyway. I just enjoy watching it over and over again. You know, pick up something I didn't learn before.
Yeah.
I like that Blackthorn. You know, Lord Omni wanted him to turn his guns in, his pistols, and he said no.
Mm.
And in Japanese, that's yeah, means no.
Hey, Mommy Ivy. I see ya.
Because me and him have had some dealings, and then he said, "Pardon me," in Japanese, and then he said, "You sniveling shit rag." He did not like Omni at all. He got along with everybody else. He just hated Omni.
Mommy Ivy, how'd you find me? I'm glad you're here, but
Host, please give me blue one at Mama Ivy.
yeah.
Oh, is she both Mama Ivy and LV Mixed Games?
No, LV
The
has
same.
20 accounts, so she can be any of the ones that started earlier. But Mommy Ivy's a whole different person. Let me see.
Ugh.
Okay, 1 second. I'm about to do it. Giggity. All right, Mommy Ivy, I gave you a jacket. You should be warm now.
Shoot, man. Go to where it was so I was last night, man. It was only 12 degrees. That's cold.
Yeah. Drink some coffee.
No, because it'll cause me to stay up all night. As soon as my 10-hour break is up, I need to hit the highway if I can. And if the highway is clear. As the way that storm looks, they're going to hit it hard on that Interstate 81 where I need to go. And it's going to take a while for them to clear that shit.
Hey, Buttons.
Hey, Benz.
Yeah, so it probably stopped the snow.
How much
Maybe
did you get?
maybe inch and a half, maybe less, like a dusting.
Yeah, but that's rare for North Carolina.
It is. We've gone 3 years without winter at all. Just
Well,
recently, 3 years.
it used to be like every 10 years, y'all would get a little bit of snow, and that's it.
Can you believe this? We got it on December 1st. We had a little dusting, and then that melted away. And this will probably melt. It's supposed to be cold all week, possibly freezing, but I don't know.
Well, you got the Carolina Hurricanes. They won the Stanley Cup about 10, 15 years ago.
I'm having a nose period.
But the truck stop's half empty. That's why I knew it. Nobody was going to come back until Monday anyway.
So when you're on the road all the time, do you supply yourself with lots of food and snacks and drinks?
Mostly drinks. If I can find them. Hang on a second. I drink this mostly. I mean, I'll have like a cup or two of coffee in the morning, and I drink Propel water most of the time. This is mango flavor. It's the best flavor if you can find it. It's hard to find this. But when I find it, I'm like, do you have any a case of it in the back? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I end up wiping out the whole display of them because that's how hard they are to find. I put them in my cooler because this truck don't have a refrigerator like my Pete did.
So you
But
have to
however,
purchase
I got more room.
You had to purchase a fridge
What do you mean?
since your last one had one.
If
but
I
this one
wanted
doesn't?
to, but if I wanted to, but I was like, no, the hell with it. I bought that cooler. I haven't used it in many years, so I'm going to been starting to use it again. And plus, it's you can't reach, and you have to pull over, get out of the seat, and get into the refrigerator. This one, I got the cooler right next to my seat. I just open it up, reach in, and grab one while I'm driving. So much easier.
I've drank Propel water before. It's like a flavored thing.
Yeah, it's good. Makes you piss a lot. It's like every 30 minutes. Golly, man. I can put out a damn forest fire.
So what do you call soda? Do you say pop or soda?
I never really said any of that. I
You say
just
soft
Diet
drinks?
Dr. Pepper. That's all I ever drink.
But up north, up
I
up
never
here, they
really said
always
that
say
either.
pop. Up north, they say pop.
Yeah, so like, hey, son. Yeah, I rarely drink it, but I'm like, hey, son, you going to the store? Yeah, you go get me a Diet Dr. Pepper. or Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry if you can find it. I think they stopped making it. Diet Dr. Pepper. They had that slogan, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Do you remember that one guy that was off American Idol, Justin something or other? He was the Dr. Pepper guy, and when he was singing and everything, it was kind of funny commercials, but it was always a Dr. Pepper something. Like it was just like a new brand, new flavor, something came out. But he was in the second place running with Kelly Clarkson. And
I don't remember that, but I know Kiss, Gene Simmons of Kiss, along with Paul, they advertised the Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry big time. Gene would tear open that can, and Paul said, "This ain't gonna work." And Gene goes, "Oh, we can do this." And then you see Mini Kiss performing with them. They're an actual tribute band, but they're midgets. It It was hilarious. But the sad thing is now is Gene is going on his own solo tour. Paul can't sing anymore. That's why they retired, because Paul Stanley had the same surgery as David Coverdale did, and David Coverdale is just retiring because he's almost 80, but it's starting to go awry. That had that throat surgery
Hey,
from singing
Bruce.
for so many years, and Paul's really went pretty bad. He lost his voice. He couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Bruce, I thought you said your internet was
Me,
down.
if I
They
reached that,
recently
been
had. They
famous
recently.
since my early 20s, and I'm like 76 years old now, I think I'd hang it up too. I might play, like a convention or like the cruise like they do, and that'd be about it. That's a once a year thing, and enjoy the rest of my life.
That's a shame that Paul Stanley had that throat thing going on.
Okay. He just got knocked off on his signal. Sean did. He didn't hear you. You want to come up, Bruce? I gave you the StreamYard link right there.
Wonder what that throat thing was called. Do you think it was the same thing Ken had?
Myasthenia gravis?
Yeah,
I don't know.
to make you lose your voice like that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's fine. Hopefully Sean comes back too. Thank you, Brett. I was wondering, just concerned because I don't know the how it is in other country money. So I try to do Google searches on it. I don't even know how to pronounce it or say it, and it's like it doesn't help me. So okay. Okay. Yes, senor.
Hello, senor.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm all right.
How's everything?
Está bien.
Que bueno, amigo. Very good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome here to Josh's Live. Please make yourselves at home.
You guys can take your pants off. You can do anything you want. Just don't let me see it.
If you're going to do boom boom, just do it away from here. Don't let Josh see you doing that here also.
Well, then we would probably really have to talk.
Hello, Bruce.
Hey, Adrian.
How you doing?
Hey, Bruce.
Oh, I'm okay. Just looks like we're going through another deal with some severe weather here.
Yeah,
And
it's just this week only, I think.
yeah. Well, after tonight, it's supposed to just get cold. I don't,
Yeah.
you know.
It's just going to be cold all week, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hi,
Don
Filipino.
Williams, what's up, bro? How you doing? Filipina girl says, hello, Sir Bruce.
Happy New Year, Bruce.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
So how's everything going so far besides weather?
Well, let's see. Last week it was tornadoes.
Oh,
And yeah, and my power was out for 2 days. And but that was still 2024 since the first of the year. It's been uh it's been okay, but just you know, just today, we started having, I mean, I knew there was going to be bad weather coming through here, but they kind of downplayed it a few days ago. They were like, the guy that does the weather, he was up here saying, I don't think it's going to be as bad this time.
hello, Darren. Welcome.
Anyway, I'm looking at my phone now, my weather app, and it's saying there's a tornado warning, and I started hearing sirens out there. And I was like, oh my goodness. Anyway,
Well, we're just in for some nasty cold weather. That's it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's probably why my internet has been kind of iffy today. It went out. I ended up unplugging my modem, or they called it a hub. I unplugged it for a while, about an hour or so, maybe 2. I can't remember how long I unplugged it, but I unplugged it for a pretty long time, and then I plugged it back in, and it was working. And I was like,
You just probably needed just to reset the thing there, probably.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
When that happens to me, I usually disconnect the thing for like 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'll plug it back in and let it reboot.
Yeah, I did that, and it still wasn't working. So anyway, but it appears to be working now. But if for some reason I disappear, you'll understand why.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I don't know what Sean's in a weird area of where he's at, where he doesn't get a good signal somewhere.
Yeah, right at the border of Pennsylvania. And I turned my camera off to boost my signal, and it worked.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Darren Dobson in the house.
Hey, Darren.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
No.
Bruce, Adrian, Josh, Sean. It's a
Happy
party
New Year,
time.
brother Darren Dobson.
Thank you. Don't mind me. You know,
2025. We're already here now. Wow.
it is January 5th.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, Filipina girl, Alexia, mega love, shout out. Thank you always for your support, guys.
I just hope that nobody crashed into a cell phone tower.
Why would they do that?
Because I haven't had an issue with my signal until a few minutes ago.
Oh, wow, that's weird. Are you out in the middle of nowhere?
Is there any kind of severe weather going on where you
He
are?
left.
Anywhere
Just
close
south
by?
of me in Virginia.
See, I had some internet problems here today. So, and in fact, we're under a tornado warning from what I'm
Hi, Sean.
on here.
Yeah,
So
you're in the Dixie Alley, is what they call it. Reed Trimmer was down there. He does live streaming on YT all the time. He's really big. He's a storm chaser, and he was down there. A nice sized tornado touched down at the border of Louisiana and Arkansas there, but he was following that storm. Yeah,
Is that
wow.
normal?
that the moisture of that storm is intensifying the winter storm that's totally covered Kentucky and West Virginia, and now Virginia and parts of North Carolina too.
Yeah, it's a big one. And so, are you going to get around it there, Sean, or what?
No,
No.
I fell short. I'm at the border of West Virginia, or the border of Maryland and Pennsylvania, but Maryland is only like 16 miles across, and I'm in West Virginia.
Right.
It's that real thin stick that goes east to west. It's just wide enough for Interstate 68 to roll through.
Yeah, you're in the Washington D.C. area, right?
No, I'm like about 100 miles.
Okay. Yeah, because you said, yeah.
But as fast as he goes, he gets there in 20 minutes.
Yeah, depends on the car I'm driving.
But if they don't, if it's really bad and they don't get to the interstates uncovered right away, I'm gonna have a ball trying to go down Fancy Gap.
Yeah, you just take your time.
That's on Interstate 77 and Virginia, right before you get into North Carolina.
All right.
When you get to the bottom of Fancy Gap, you're in North Carolina, and it flattens out.
Why do they call it Fancy Gap?
It's a mountain. It's a
And there's
mountain
nothing
city.
fancy
It's in
about Fancy
Virginia.
Gap either.
Ah.
I don't know.
Ah.
It gets guys moist just once when you go through.
I mean,
there.
there's a couple places that have a nice view.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I had to give it a name, so
Sure.
they just figured, well, we'll name this one Fancy.
But we were getting lake effect snow when I was. Darren, when I was in Johnstown, man, it was just like the Doppler radar said clear skies, but we were getting snowed on. That was the lake effect snow we were getting.
Oh. That could be fun.
Lake effect
That could be
snow.
fun.
I don't know why, but they can't pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though.
But see, Toronto's north of the lake, right there on the coast. You're on the north side of it. If you're
Yeah.
on the south side of it, you'd get hammered like Buffalo.
Yeah. Watch your video. Mix candy.
Yeah, the snow was coming down today, like light and then heavy, and then it did it more light and then heavy. And then it went different ways too when it came down. Like the wind was pushing it different ways.
But how much did you get? Was it not just a dusting?
About a dusting or maybe an inch.
Oh, so you got a lot. You got a little bit then.
Yeah, but it didn't all the way cover the grass. It just barely did.
Yeah.
But you could see it. It's very not thick, right, Buns?
Yeah.
It's thin out there, huh?
Uh,
I mean, it covered our gravel driveway.
Bruce, I asked you this.
I thought
Bruce, I asked you this before.
like about an inch, I guess.
What state do you live in, Bruce?
Bruce.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Bruce.
he's in Mississippi.
Bruce, he's in Mississippi. Yeah, he's a part of the what they call the Dixie Alley. It's new. It just got created about 10 years ago. You're having tornadoes down there because of climate change. That's why, people want to say it's all fake and everything. I said, that's what I used to think until a friend of mine took me up to the Arctic Circle to see the plates and they weren't there. And he was like, no, the global shit is global warming shit's real. There's supposed to be ice out there and it was a pool. The Dixie the Dixie Alley didn't exist 10 years ago. It was just created about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because of a climate shift.
Cass, on the way to your jambo. Yeah, that's why the Northwest Passage is going to open up. Cass,
I'm gonna hop down. There's a tornado on the ground here close by.
holy jeez, go in the basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Be safe, Bruce. That's scary.
Yeah, there's been an outbreak down there all day. He's a part of Dixie Alley. Pretty soon, if it gets worse, you're going to start getting them in the Toronto area, which never happened before.
Yeah. I don't want that. Thank you. Welcome, Lang.
Drink some more of that mango water, Sean.
Yeah, it's my last bottle. All the rest of the ones I got are the berry or the grape. The mango, like I said, that's the best flavor, and it's hard to find.
Which flavor did you get, Sean?
Mango, Propel mango water. That flavor is hard to find, and when I do find it, I buy them all.
That sounds good.
I hope we don't lose him.
Okay, Cass, done. Those are all legit, Josh. You can get my jackets if you want. Mahias and Cass.
Oh, they don't have one?
They're all legit.
But this storm is weird. The storm that Bruce is getting is attached to the winter storm blizzard that's happening across this part of the country. And what it is, that moisture he's getting that's causing all those tornadoes is also feeding that winter storm, is making it worse. That's why they already got a foot of snow at my house, and it's getting worse. They were projected to get 6 to 10 inches.
Whoa, that's a lot of snow. That's almost a foot. There's Alexia eating something sweet. Here. This is funny.
Darren.
Yeah.
I won't mention her name, but I think she might be upset with me.
Oh.
Darren, did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sean.
Ugh. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
It's just when I speak, nobody responds. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Can you hear us? I don't think you can hear me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Sean, we know who you're talking about.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, but can you hear me? Could Josh ask him if he can hear me?
Can you hear us, Darren?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
You weren't responding. Watching your full video, Alexia. I think when
My signal's
spicy,
shit.
drink milk. When you eat something spicy, milk. Milk curbs the spiciness.
The best thing to do when you ate something spicy is drink coffee. It kills it right away.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was milk.
Yep. Nope. Coffee kills it right away.
Ah.
I learned that firsthand.
Hey,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Hi, gentlemen. Ah.
But Darren, if you can hear me, I won't mention her name. You know who I'm talking about. I think
Yeah.
she's upset with me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
But like,
Are we still doing this?
but I can screw up a wet dream.
Oh my.
Gentlemen. Make a love shout out. Nice to
My
see
luck is just like trying to fuck a kangaroo at the corner of a tornado.
you.
Oh my heavens.
That's funny.
You could screw up a church bingo game.
Yep.
How are you doing, Josh?
I could be better.
I know you're going away.
Yeah.
When's that trip coming?
Don't tell everybody.
It'll be surprise. I don't say nothing. I let you.
The
Sometimes.
20 the
His next
January 25th to the 28th.
Ah,
I thought
nicely done.
I thought your next trip was going to be this fall.
It's winter now. 3 minutes to my premiere. 3 minutes to my premiere. 2 minutes. All right. Woohoo! Da, 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 da.
So, Darren, you're going to be with your mom pretty much till you leave?
Every day until she gets better. Every day. Yeah, she can't do much with a fractured shoulder.
How did that happen?
She tripped and fell.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's 80 or something?
82. 82. We're getting bigger.
Okay. I guess dinner was good, right, Sean?
Dang good.
That was hours ago. Matter of fact, I can't even remember. What did I eat? Oh, that's right, a chicken salad sandwich. That was it.
Dang good. Sounds like it was good.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot.
That's good.
Mostly, I have a good breakfast. I'll have biscuits and gravy with a side of sausage
Okay, what are you doing?
Ooh.
every morning, and I won't eat all day.
Buns?
Ah. That sounds good.
Yeah,
This-
biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy with a side of sausage is really good.
Sound dang good. Flexing my Premiere.
We got one more roll after this one.
I'll get more.
Here it is.
You got to put my seat down.
Okay.
Right.
Darren Dobson, 2024, $5 purely brilliant, plain 2024,
That's me.
pound 500, pound pure gold.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey, dang.
24/7. Why am I still getting notifications? And I'm not even in that area anymore. My phone still thinks I'm in Butternuts, New York.
Butternut?
Butternuts?
Yep,
Oh.
Butternuts, New York.
That's funny. That is funny. Butternuts.
And I reset my damn phone. Last time I lost signal, I reset my phone in hopes that would have helped me maintain signal better.
Ah. All right, I'll be back. Here's my Premiere.
I'll take a screenshot of it, Darren, and show it to you.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Go to a different link.
Yeah.
Different link here.
There you go, Darren. I just sent it to you. Yeah,
Gotcha.
when you pull your notifications down, read the bottom one. But it says Butternuts, New York. That's a hell of a name.
That is funny.
I'm like, how the hell can you take somebody seriously from that town? They're like, where are you from again?
That's funny. Oh,
Yeah, all the funny names of towns and all the countries I've been in, even in the Philippines, there was only one funny name that I found, and it was on Palawan Island near Coron. It was Mount Tapias.
really? That's funny.
Yep, Mount Tapias. They got that big crucifix on top. When I first heard it, I started laughing. I'm like, "It's seriously?" And they didn't have a clue what the hell I was talking about. If my ghetto friends were with me, they say, "Yeah, man, we get up there and start tapping some ass." Yeah, come on, man, be respectable.
Kind of like going on a gay cruise and looking for a lot of ass.
I don't know what. I think it's over in Africa. There's a mountain called Mount Titicaca. But you know, like I know a lot of idiots here in America was constantly talking about, you know, whenever a man gets upset, they start saying, "You got a mangina" and all that. I'm like, what do you know of mangina? And they didn't have a clue. I said, that's the name of a town in the Congo in Africa. You serious? You full of shit. And I'm like, Google it. You guys Google everything. You guys don't have a brain anyway.
Good night. everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Sweet
Matter of fact, Mangina was where the first case of Ebola happened, and can't figure out how patient 0 got it.
Hey, Melly.
Peace 0. Hey.
I really hope Bruce will be all right.
So do I.
Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, but that storm is unpredictable, and Reed Trimmer's been down there chasing tornadoes all day long today. But I don't think he does it at night because you can't see Dick.
Whoa.
And you're going to want to see a tornado if it's around. Because at night you're not going to see it. And okay, where the hell is it? I'm hearing it.
The lightning would show where it's at, correct? If it's really heavy lightning.
If you have lightning.
Yeah.
That'd be scary.
You guys have seen the movie Twister, yes?
Yes.
Both of them. Matter of fact, 3 weeks ago, I went through Waukeeta again when I went out to Dodge. Matter of fact, that was my first load. I got this truck and then deadheaded to Dodge City from Springfield, Missouri. I went right through Waukeeta.
So that's a real town. I thought that was made up.
No, it's a real town. Looks just like it does in the movie. And I stopped once. It's a corner lot. You'd think it's a park, and they got a plaque right there, and they said that's where Aunt Meg's house was when they filmed the first one.
Right,
They put
that
a
corner
plaque there
yard
for it.
at the house, right.
Yeah, that's where and you would never known that there was a house there because it looks like a park now. And there's the Twister Museum there.
Wow.
A friend that I'm following on YouTube, his name's Adam the Woo. He travels the U.S. and stuff, and he actually went to a Christmas Story house in Ohio.
It's in
You know-
Ohio? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know the movie A Christmas Story?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was filmed in, I guess, Cincinnati's closer to Indiana.
Yeah, Cincinnati's not far from Indiana. It's a tri-state area.
I believe it was filmed there.
The only famous house that I've been to was Cartman's house from Ferris Bueller. It's right on the edge of the town of Hensdale in the woods.
Right. I think a billionaire bought the house because now it's an actual glass house, not a garage.
Well, I was at the truck stop near there, and I had nothing else to do, and I'm like, "Oh, what the hell? I'll go over to Cartman's house. It's for sale," and they were having an open house thing, so I went there. I was like, "Hey, this is kind of cool."
Yeah, it is cool.
It's not a big house at all.
His name was
It's
Cameron.
Cameron. That's it. It's probably about the same size as Darren's house. It's not very big at all.
Cool.
When they open
and
the
this-
garage, Cameron says the 1957 California Ferrari.
Ooh.
Yeah, they only made like 100 of them. Anyway, in the second Twister, in the Twisters movie, the fuel station that they were at, where they had those two big grain silos there, I know exactly where that's at. I stopped there and got coffee many a time. It's on your way to between Dodge City and Waukeeta.
Nice.
I wonder if that restaurant's still around over there that they went to.
Well, the restaurant.
The one where they were the other team, and then Bill Paxton's team, they were all together at the same spot.
Oh no, all that been long gone.
Mm. Yeah, that movie was in '93. Get this, Universal Orlando actually had a show, a ride / show of the movie Twister. The theater scene, the
Really?
drive-in, they actually had the drive-in scene inside Universal Orlando, inside a building. It said Twister on the building. It's a show. It's an attraction, not really a ride, but you actually get to see that scene actually happen in front of you.
Wow.
I think they were really trying to make a good.
Yeah.
They were
Fire,
really
wind, smoke, everything.
they were really trying to make a good sequel, which this one was all right, but it was nowhere near as good as the first one.
I heard
But
Helen Hunt was in it.
I don't remember seeing her.
Oh,
But this idea of using a polymer and tons of it to choke out a tornado is unpractical. I mean, the amount that they brought with them was nowhere near enough to do what it did in the movie. Because people don't grasp how large tornadoes can be. I mean, what they had was probably enough to choke out an F1 or an F2 at best. But the F3, F4s, no way. What it is, it's this polymer that would suck up all the moisture that would choke out a tornado. It's a good concept, but I highly doubt something like that would work.
Mm.
No, the first movie was really good. You know that Jamie Gertz girl, that chick that Bill Paxton was going to marry, but she decided against it. She's actually a real billionaire. She's the richest.
Her husband is.
Yeah, richest actor currently.
Yeah, because of her husband.
Yeah.
He owns an NBA team. I can't remember which one.
All right.
That's why she don't act anymore. She don't have to. Everything okay, Bruce?
Well, I hope so. I went in there and they've got the weather guy on there, doing his thing, keeping it, just staying up to date with what's going on right now while everything's severe. And
yeah, that three state area has been in trouble all day long. I was watching Reed Trimmer on YouTube because he's a professional storm chaser. He was along the Louisiana-Arkansas border, and naturally Mississippi was going to get involved in that.
Oh yeah, and it's moved into Mississippi now, and it's headed for Alabama. But anyway, there was a tornado in the county I live in, but it was south of us, and it's moving to the northeast. So, it's pretty much past now. But the town that they spotted the tornado at, it's about 15 miles southeast of here.
Yeah, the weird part of it is it's attached to the blizzard that's hitting Kentucky, northern Tennessee, and West Virginia, and it hit part of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri, and Iowa.
Yep. Yeah, it's just just a big old long front, and
yeah, because down where you're at, they got that warm Gulf air coming up, and that's perfect for a tornado.
Triggering the tornadoes and other severe storms.
Yeah, and that's why the moisture from your area is feeding the blizzard and making it worse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. So anyway, just glad the worst is over and glad I didn't lose power this time. Of course, it hasn't completely quit, but the worst of it's gone past. So anyway, let's just hope there's not any tree limbs or anything like that.
That was a solid F4 that landed in the Louisiana side by the border of Arkansas. I can't remember the name of the town they kept mentioning where that was.
Yeah, they were taught. They were. I think I remember earlier today they were giving people over in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, which is that's approximately like right across the Mississippi River from where you're talking about. Pretty close anyway. I don't know if they're at that exact same latitude or anything, but anyway.
But if you subscribe to him, he's got a great channel.
I'm already subbed to him. I'm subbed to him.
Oh, you know him? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm subbed to Reed Trimmer and to there's another guy that does.
Yeah, he brought me up once when I was in Iowa on the other side of this storm that they were chasing.
Right.
And he's like, we got a trucker here. He was like, what do you see? I said, all I know is it looks really bad, but I don't have the equipment like a live Doppler like you do on your vehicle to tell you, but it's not good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shit, that was back in June or July when that happened.
Right.
I like his dog Gizmo, but Gizmo was not around as much.
Oh, okay.
And I ran into him once in southern Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes if you're in an area that's going to have a tornadic area, you could possibly run into the guy because he mostly stops at truck stops.
Right. Ryan Hall's the other one.
Yeah, he has a couple of other guys.
Ryan Hall. Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah, sometimes he'll have like 3 or 4 guys.
Uh-huh.
And he'll try to get different angles. One will be east, another one will be west, and following behind. Another one will be waiting up north.
Right.
But he's got that vehicle called the Dominator that he designed himself. That I know cost him a lot of money to make.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But he's got a master's degree in meteorology. That's why it makes him professional. Okay. He knows what he's doing.
Right. Yeah, yeah, he definitely does. I mean, I've sat there and watched him, and he definitely knows what he's doing.
Because most of the time, if there's any intercept, it's him that gets it.
Yep.
The other ones rarely get it, but he's got them out there in case there's the storm shifts away from him and goes their direction because it is unpredictable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those storms are unpredictable. I mean, you never know. You see that there's like a squall line coming, but you never know when there's going to be funnel clouds forming and that kind of thing. A lot of times it doesn't happen that way, but sometimes it does, and those guys seem to know what to look for. They know.
But traditionally, the tornado season ends at the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, you never heard of tornadoes touching down until like early April.
Right.
But they're happening all year round. Now these
Yeah.
F5 tornadoes, these insanely big, huge tornadoes, that was what we used to call a 30-year storm. But
Right.
we're getting 2 to 3 of those a year now.
Mm.
It's
Yep.
it's not normal.
No, that's not normal. It's not normal at all.
Well, what got me was when Canadian Rattler showed me, hey, you want to go out and see the plates? I'm like, yeah, sure. If the Arctic Ocean was a pool, there was no ice at all. He goes, that's not normal. And he told me, he goes, I just wanted to show it to you because no, the global warming shit's real. That's why I keep telling everybody, if you don't believe it, talk to a Canadian that lives in the Northern Territory or up that way.
Right.
They're like, come with me. And they'll show you.
Yeah.
Because he's the same one that lost his house because the permafrost melted. It finally took his house, but he moved out a year before it took the house, but it was condemned. He couldn't live in it anymore because it started in the backyard and it was like an 80-foot cliff, and it was
Right.
just falling, and it finally took the house.
Ooh.
Damn. That's crazy. But it is what it is.
Darren, I don't know her name, but who's your female prime minister? What's her name?
It's a male. Justin Trudeau. We don't have a female yet.
Oh, well, who's the female? It was a female that was
Deputy Prime Christina Freeland. Deputy Prime Minister.
Yeah, I like her response. How about we invite California and Oregon and Washington to join Canada? We give you free health care. And I'm like, that was an awesome argument she gave. And I'm telling you, everybody talks bad about California, but California alone is the 5th largest economy in the world.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And that says a lot when you
That'd be
consider
devastating.
that, when you consider, the size of some of, certain
A lot of my
countries out there.
A lot of my driver colleagues, they talk shit about California left and right, and it's like, are you crazy? I said, do you realize they're the 5th largest economy in the world alone? That state by itself. They didn't
Yeah.
know that, and then they said, you're full of shit. I said, Google it, because you guys turn to Google. That's your brain, because none of you finished high school if you were lucky. Because most of them, they Google everything. And when I tell people about the economy and what we should do, and I give them the numbers, and I said, Google it. That's what you're doing right now. And he goes, he's right. I said, yeah, I know I'm right. Because you're getting the same numbers from the Bureau of National Economic Research. They do this stuff all the time. That's what they get paid for.
Right. Yep. And they probably live in the 5th largest economy in the world. Oh.
That's why after the 20th, every morning I'm going to go in the truck stop to get my cup of coffee, and I'm going to make sure I got my phone with me, because I'm going to record it when everybody starts to go haywire that the price of coffee went up so much, because it will. I said that cup of coffee we're enjoying that's costing like $2.70. It's going to be well over like $5 to $6.
Oh, wow.
Doing the math.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to get a lot of good content, because you're going to hear a lot of cussing from truck drivers. What the hell is it? I'm like, you voted for it, douchebag. What the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
I said, coffee is not grown in America. There's one place in America it's grown, and that's Hawaii, and it's very small. We get our coffee from Colombia. We get coffee and cocaine from Colombia.
Yep.
That's why I make the joke. Everybody's after the Colombian coffee at the truck stop. I said, that's because it's got the cocaine in it.
Did you know the original Coca-Cola had cocaine in it?
Yep.
Yeah. No
That's why
wonder it's good
back-
to the last drop.
That's why back when Bruce was a kid, they put the straw at the top of the bottle.
Yeah, I sure did. Speaking of coffee, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me a cup.
Cream and sugar.
French vanilla, and I usually use the Splenda, but if I can find the green one, I use that. What's that called, Darren? You told me about it. I can never remember that damn name.
Oh yeah, stevia.
Stevia, that's it.
Yeah.
When I see the green, I get it. But if that's not around, I go to the Splenda. And the pink is the sweet and low, and the blue is the equal.
Yeah.
Equals pretty good.
That's what I liked in that movie, The Back to the Future. He went back to the 50s, and he's in that shop, diner where his dad is. And the guy he goes, what can I do for you? He goes, I'll have a tab. He goes, I can't give you a tab unless you order something. Tab soda pop didn't exist back then. Tab, I can't give you a tab unless you order something. Just give me something without any sugar. Something without sugar. So he brings him a cup of coffee.
Do it.
What about when the father of Marty goes into the diner? He's like, chocolate milk, and he orders chocolate milk and they slide it to him. And he was trying to go after, what's her name?
Oh, yeah, that's when he was going to ask Lorraine out to the dance.
Yeah, he had notes in his pocket. He's like, you're my density.
Yeah, he slams his hand on the counter. Give me a milk, chocolate, and it slides into his hand. That was really cool.
And then he goes over and pulls his notes out. He's like, Lorraine, you're my density. I mean, destiny.
I like when he was running after Marty. He goes, Marty. He goes, last night Darth Vader came down from the planet Vulcan and said, if I don't ask Lorraine out, he'll melt my brain.
And then he was putting his laundry out to dry, and Marty was talking about him and Lorraine, and it's like, you mean you want me to touch her?
He got a bra in his hand.
Yeah, and he's like, no. So
I'm glad if that happened to me, I didn't have to worry about my dad being a ladies' man. Because shit, my dad, man, the women threw their underwear at my dad all the time.
Was he a musician too, Sean?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
When I seen young pictures of my dad, and I shit you not, my dad was like a stunt double of Elvis Presley.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. That explains why women liked him. It's all because he looked good.
remember how Marty said to his dad up in the tree, my dad's a peeping Tom. He was watching Lorraine in her bedroom. He was up.
I like that. He ends up getting hit by the car. He's in his grandparents' house, and he's trying to find. Do you know where he was asking where this address was? That's where Doc Brown's mansion's at. And he goes, a block past Maple. That's John F. Kennedy Drive, and his grandfather goes, "Who the hell is John F. Kennedy?" It's 55. Kennedy didn't come around until the late 50s and the early 60s. Who the hell's John F. Kennedy?
Sean, I've actually been to Doc Brown's actual home. Like, not his house, not Christopher Lloyd. The house
that they used in the movie.
Yeah, I actually have stepped foot in the yard. It's a museum, so I didn't care to go in.
Where is it?
It's in LA somewhere. I can't. You can actually look it up, and it'll give you the address. That's how I found it.
Yeah, Hill Valley does not exist. But I've been told if it did exist, it would have been placed by San Dimas.
But the actual Hill Valley Road-ish, where the walls were, that's an actual dirt road now that they used in the movie that they cleared out and put all the homes on there or something like that.
Yeah, Sam Dean.
That road actually exists where Hill Valley, that scene was filmed.
Yeah, they overly used the L.A. area. San Dimas was Bill and Ted's.
Right. I like how they were playing Knights. They said "thug" after they hugged each other.
Yeah, it said, "I'll never rule the galaxy with you."
Yeah. No, Bill and Ted, the first one, that was like a 90s movie. That was fun.
Yeah, they were the template for Beavis and Butthead. But I missed the outtakes. They'd watch a video together, and you'd see their silhouette at the bottom, and they'd just make comments of these videos. And I'll never forget it when they showed the song from Elvis from his last concert in Hawaii. Hey, like, "Hey, Butthead," and then the guy that kind of like died on the toilet.
Funny. Funny. I like it. Oh.
But Michael Judge did a lot of the voices. He
Yeah.
did Beavis and Butthead, and he did Principal McVicker, and he used his regular voice for Anderson. That was his real voice. And
Yeah.
it's the same voice he uses for Hank Hill, because everybody says, "Is that Anderson?" No, that's not Anderson, even though he's using the same voice.
And it's a woman voice that did the son's voice. A woman played the son's voice in King of the Hill. She was interviewed. I found her. And they asked her to do the voice. Hello?
Oh, yeah. Because what was funny is when everybody was at the first couple of seasons of watching The Sopranos, everybody thought that the kid that was playing Tony Soprano's son did the voice for Hank Hill because they sounded a lot alike.
They titled a dirty movie from the Sopranos title show. It's called The Sopranos.
Oh, Jesus.
They even did a Family Guy porn. Not that I looked at it, but I found it. I was like, that's sick.
Yeah, he needs to find the courage to do the next 3 Star Wars movies for Family Guy. Those were awesome. I like that at the beginning of the second one, you see the Star Destroyer, and a window opens, and then there's Huey as Darth Vader with a ball bat in his hand, and the mailbox says Leonard Nimoy, and he smashes the mailbox. That was hilarious. But I remember being at Marcon, and they gave us the first look at the Blue Harvest, which was the first Star Wars for the Family Guy. But that was the original title of Episode 4 back in the day. They disguised it. They named it Blue Harvest, and I like that when they showed that. You see the stormtroopers, looking at the guys laying on it, and then all of a sudden Darth Vader's supposed to come in, and it's Huey dressed as Vader, and he walks in. Everybody just died laughing.
You mean Stewie?
Or Stewie, that's it.
He said Huey.
Well, I was close. But it's kind of ironic that the brains of the whole TV show is the dog and the infant child. Everybody else is a bunch of morons.
Yeah,
The dog, mind you.
When Stewie was playing Darth Vader, he had a scene where he said, "Now that everybody's gone, I can release my Darth thoughts," and he would, and zap them to get them out, and so nobody smells it.
But they did a heck of a job with Obi-Wan. They used Herbert the Pervert for that. Luke, pull your pants down.
Pull your pants down.
That was hilarious.
Luke, pull your pants down.
Get your space ass back here.
I like how his lightsaber went up. Herbert's lightsaber as soon as Chris entered.
Yeah, Cialis did a commercial with that with Yoda. You saw Herbert the Pervert, and then you saw Yoda, and he's got his lightsaber ignited, and it's like Yoda is 900 years old.
Yeah, I found a meme of Yoda where it was kind of like, it was a video, but him basically taking a piss and then farting. And, like he was really straining to go. And he was so old, and you have to find it. It's funny when you watch it, though. But it sounded like it was fake, but I mean, it sounded like it was in a bathroom because it was like hollowed out when he was farting. But he was sweating, and he looked like he was taking a pee, and then all of a sudden he ripped one out of his.
And Darren, take notes. You need to watch these. They're really funny, and they're well worth the popcorn and to sit and watch.
That's good.
Like that, Alec Baldwin played Jabba the Hutt. Oh my God, Alec Baldwin! Oh,
Oh
was that? It was Quagmire that played C-3PO, and I can't remember who was the guy that played R2, but he was from the ghetto, and he was in the Cleveland. It was Cleveland. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lois was trying to download her floppy, if you will, and he was trying to tell her how to, and he was press enter, now press alt delete, and then now press this.
I like that when him and our C-3PO got into the escape pod going to Tatooine. He goes, you got that bag I gave you? It's going to be a long ride.
And then you got Consuela. She played when they went to Jabba's lair or something. They knocked on the big door, and then Consuela is that eye thing that stretched out.
Yeah, and well, they actually used Consuela too. When Darth Vader was doing a message, she looked like a hologram, And Quinsala said, he goes, no, my cooking clean. She was needing Windex. He goes, how about I give you the money and you go buy some more? And he was like, no. Quinsala, shut that off. She's running the vacuum. That was funny.
Yeah, Consuela was like, tell him I can't do Friday. Tell him I can't do Friday. Like they were trying to set up the schedule, and Darth was trying to on the phone or whatever it was, and trying to listen to a message, and she kept saying, "Oh, no, I can't do it. I can't do Friday." And we need more lemon pledge. Well, just go to the store and buy it. No, you buy it.
You buy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was the hologram message to Captain Piet, or no, what was his name? General Veers on the AT-AT.
Yeah. And I like how Consuelo had, like, Joe as a cop came up to Superman's lair and knocked on the door because they were missing Stewie, or Stewie was like not around and they were trying to find him. They ended up going to Superman's lair while he was gone. Consuela was the maid, and they knocked on the ice door, whatever, and it opens. She's like, "See," and Joe says, "Ma'am, have you seen this child?" No, I have no money. And that's not what they were discussing. No, I wasn't asking for anything. I was just seeing if you've seen this child. No. So it was funny.
Do you remember the episode? I can't remember which one of it was. Herbert the Pervert was, using his walker, and he had a shotgun in one hand, and he knocked on Phil's door. And when they answered the door, he grabbed his son's hand and pulled him out and held the shotgun on Phil. That was hilarious.
Yeah. They had a fire in their house, the Griffins did, and they were all saved. They were out in the yard. Lois said, "Where's Chris? Who's going to save Chris?" And here comes Herbert running in as a fireman, going to go save Chris. He runs back to his house with Chris to try to save him. He just runs in, grabs Chris, puts him on his shoulder, and just kind of just ran away and left everybody else in.
The sad part of this is my nephew, Daniel, that I trained on the truck. He could do exactly Herbert the Pervert's voice all the time. It didn't matter. There was times that for the entire day, whenever he'd go in the truck stop, that's how he would talk. Well, it rubbed off on my son. Now my son's doing it. I was like, son, I'd probably be doing the same thing, but I'm not taking the time to learn to talk like that guy.
That happens with kids. They'll mimic that kind of stuff.
So, Sean, did you ever see the pee episode where they blamed Stewie for peeing everywhere because Brian was in love with Lois?
No, I didn't see that.
Brian was in love with Lois. He just could not get over that, and it made him so jittery that he would pee everywhere in the house. And you hear Peter coming in and say, "Hey, did you pee in here?" And it was actually, they blamed Stewie, and Stewie's like, he says, "Bend down, mother." And he slaps her with a sandwich, like.
When I started driving over the road almost 15 years ago, I didn't really watch very many episodes. And what got me on Family Guy, was the Star Wars parodies they did. And so I started watching the actual show. But then I went over the road and I had to stop watching again. But, I watched South Park. There was a bunch of cartoons I enjoyed watching that were just totally hilarious.
Mr. Mackey on South Park, right?
Mr. Mackey.
Yeah. He was the counselor.
I don't remember him.
He was the one that always says, "Okay," you know, and
Oh yeah, with Mr. Hat.
that was Mr. Garrison. But Mr.
Yeah, and he
Mackey,
had
he
the
was
hand puppet named Mr. Hat.
yeah. Hey, Mr. Hat, you know, and he actually Mr. Garrison wanted to be a woman, so he had boobs for a while, and he ended up acting like he was gay and everything, and but Mr. Mackey's the school counselor, and he always yelled at the kids or wanted to help them or teach them about drugs and stuff. He's like,
Uh huh.
okay, you know, and drugs are bad. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy it, and one of my students got me watching it, but it was only 3 seasons. Boondocks. It's like the ghetto version of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know, there was Huey and Riley being raised by their grandfather. They never mentioned what happened to their parents. That was a hilarious show.
Yeah.
That the friend of their grandfather named Uncle Ruckus, no relation. He goes. I got. You ever heard of Villalago? Well, I got Villalago. I'm actually a white man that just kept getting darker and more darker. I got the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. Lucky bastard. He was a black man. He was a black man, but he was racist against his own people because he claimed to be white. Like that, he did an interview, and it was true, a story that they borrowed for this thing. And you saw Uncle Ruckus sitting in his chair in his living room with a big rebel flag behind him. He goes, "You can't use the word," and I'll tell you why. Because they've gotten used to it. I said, next time you want to call a donkey a nigga, call that coon a jungle bunny instead. We all died laughing when we heard that. It's called Boondocks, and it's totally hilarious. Uncle Ruckus was really hilarious. There was a time that here, it was like about 3 or 4 years ago, in memory of John Witherspoon, because he did the voice for Robert Freeman. And they take phone calls. It was on Sirius XM radio. They were taking in phone calls from fans. And they had the guy that did Uncle Ruckus, but the actor was doing the voice. He was acting like Uncle Ruckus, not himself. And he did an excellent job of it with a straight face, too, without laughing. So I got on there, and I said, what's going to happen now since that Robert John Witherspoon Freeman, you notice I use his character around him and his real name in the middle. Robert, we had suffering the passing of Robert John Witherspoon Freeman. He goes, who's going to take care of Huey and Riley? And I was like, Ruckus? And he was like, oh, hell no. I said, what? Are you sore that they shot you in the balls with a BB gun? They all died laughing, except for the guy that played Uncle Ruckus. He was playing along. Goes, oh, hell no, I would never take that. Yeah, John Witherspoon played as Ice Cube's father in Friday. He passed away, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Right. Don't nobody go in there for 15 to 45 minutes. Because he blew up the bathroom. Every time I see you
I like that.
Eating all the food.
Yeah, he was telling Ice Cube, he goes, Craig, what? Come on in here. He opens the door. Man, I'll wait till you come out. He goes, boy, I've been smelling your shit for 20 years. You can't smell mine for 5 minutes. And he's got a spray can with him too.
He's sitting there with his nose. He's covering it like this. Listening to
That's
his
why. Yeah, that's why he's been holding out and doing the last. He's wanted to do one more Friday movie, and it was going to be called Last Friday. He's holding out for Chris Tucker, is what it is, because Chris Tucker is what really made the first one. Because Chris Tucker was just hilarious. His character is Smokey. But the other two were all right, but they weren't as funny as the first one. And he's trying to hold out to get Chris Tucker to want to do the last one. But
You know
now
what's funny?
John Witherspoon's gone.
Chris Tucker actually said in an interview that he does not and will not seriously smoke weed. That was all fake. But I mean, like, he told people in an interview, I don't smoke weed at all. I don't like it.
No, he's just a good actor, is what it is, and he's hilarious.
Yeah. I like how Bernie Mac comes up to him. He's like, you know, everybody at the First Street Baptist Church is a sin. And he's like, around here, from Money and Western, we call this little 2020 twin. Yeah. He's like, give me some for my cataracts.
Give me some for my cataract. and then
Ice Cube
he was
says,
like, Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want. Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. You have a minute, Miss Parker?
Yeah, that was what a well-built woman there, man. She had a nice booty. But I like that he gets getting chased out of the house, but then her husband's a midget.
Yeah. As soon as Ice Cube noticed her bending over, he's like, look, she's bending over. You know, and they're, Lord have mercy. Yeah. Miss Parker.
There was a lot of good people in that first one, but a lot of them had passed on. You know, Bernie Mac also passed on.
Tiny Lister,
and I think the guy that played
the guy with the eye, the one that was the bully.
Oh yeah, played Debo. Yeah, he passed on.
He passed away.
And the
John Witherspoon.
Oh no, I'm talking about somebody else. Oh,
Faison Love was the guy in the car with the curlers. Faison Love, he's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, he is? I thought he passed on. He played Big Worm.
Big Worm.
Yeah, What's up, Big Perm? I mean, Big Worm. You got my weed smoking.
I don't think
if you ain't got
me, Smokey.
If you ain't got my money or my bud, I'm shooting you and him.
Yeah.
The acting was excellent in the movie. It really was.
The actual house, the houses that were filmed in that movie, they actually exist on that street.
Yeah, that was in Compton.
Right, I guess. And
I didn't see him, but I've been told by the locals because I'm right there by South Central. I deliver to Vern frequently. To Vernon. And matter of fact, where I deliver there in Vern is right there where that truck driver got pulled out of his truck during the Rodney King riots, and they threw a brick at his head. I'd have been like, they tried to get me out of my truck, man. I would have pulled a pistol and shot him in the face. They wouldn't have wanted tangled with me.
Family Guy did a scene, a cutaway or something, that a woman came home. She was married to Rodney King. She comes home and said, Rodney, did you load the dishes today when I asked you? I forgot. And then she started beating him like they did in the real life, and and it was just a cutaway. But he started beating him. I like
what Bobcat Goldthwait said about that. You people that are filming this stuff, if you ever see me getting beaten down by the police, put down the camera and help me.
Yeah, there was a lot of good 90s comedies that I liked.
Josh, I'm going to hop down.
All right.
All right. Y'all take care.
Nice
you
to
too,
see
brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be safe, brother.
Yeah. Y'all too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
I finally saw all three Rush Hours. I like Chris Tucker in that too. Those were great. With Jackie Chan.
Part 3 was funny when they went up to the I am you, and that is me. He is me. I am you. When they went to this karate school thing and they found that 8-foot tall guy. And Chris
Oh,
was
yeah.
all upset. Chris was like, I'm really sick and tired of your ass. I hate him and you and you. I am you. And you was answering, and
Yeah, in real life, he was a JWP wrestler. He was like the
the
Japanese
tall Asian guy.
version of Andre. Yeah, he was like the Japanese version of Andre the Giant.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, I think he wrestled Andre at the beginning of his career before Andre passed on.
That man was tall.
He sure was.
You saw Rush Hour 3?
Didn't see the film. I saw Andre the Giant.
Yeah, they say Andre was 8 feet. He could hold a little, like a soda can was like a miniature little mini to him in his palm. His hands were so big.
Yeah, it didn't look real, but it was. Andre was 7'4".
Yeah.
Wow.
500 pounds, 400, something like that.
Did you get to meet
Well,
him?
towards
Tom?
the end there, no, but I know a lot about him. I did the documentary story on him. I recommend that, and that usually people that knew him brings them to tears to watch it because Andre was loved by a lot of people, and
He was from New
He,
Zealand, I think.
Andre, no, he was from France. He
France?
spoke fluent French. Yep,
Mm.
his name was Andre Roussimoff. But he really loved North Carolina, and I know his ranch is still down there. His ashes were spread all over the ranch by Luna Vachon, which was a female wrestler. That was Butch Vachon's daughter, and she was real close to Andre.
Okay.
And her ashes are spread all over the ranch too, because a few years later she passed on.
Mm.
But Andre loved North Carolina. That's where he lived, here in the States. He built that ranch, and he loved riding the quad runner. When he filmed The Princess Bride over in England, he had the quad runner brought with him, and he would ride it around on the set. And the guy that played the young guy that ended up being the pirate, I forgot that actor's name, but he was really great. And
Carrie Elways.
yeah, Andre would pull up to him in his quad runner. He goes, you wanna, hey boss, you wanna ride it? You wanna. That's what Andre would say to him, because everybody would ask how Andre was on the set for that movie, and they said he was great, and they would tell their stories.
You mean Carrie Elways, the young guy?
Yeah, the Dread Pirate Roberts, he played that part.
Oh, okay. Now, what
Well,
about
not at first.
What about the marriage scene with how they had that preacher guy? Marriage, and I know the whole line from that, but I only know about half of it. But it was like that handicapped priest that he had to marry the princess and this other villain guy. And the priest, he said, marriage is what brings us together today.
Oh, is that old man? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And he's like, do you have the ring? And then he was putting the ring on her and married, and it's like, that's one of my favorite parts right there when that comes up. The guy that was the villain that was marrying her, he was all fed up, like, man and wife, and he's like, I now pronounce you man and wife.
When they knocked a. I like the part with Billy Crystal. They knocked on his door, and he's like, "Get out of here! I'll call the Brood Squad." And Andre goes, "I'm on the Brood Squad." And Billy Crystal goes, "You are the Brood Squad."
What about that guy that was, I forgot his name now, Vegas Vacation, one of the dealers. I don't know his name, but inconceivable. You know that one? They were out like on the rocks drinking, and something about
Darren, you watched Star Trek.
Yep.
You watched what was that? The one with Captain Sisko. What was that? Deep Space Nine. Okay. Do you remember the Grand Nagus? He was the head of the Ferengi, the Grand Nagus.
Well, I don't remember.
That same actor played the Grand Nagus in Star Trek. Yeah, the one that said "inconceivable" in The Princess Bride.
Okay.
I wonder, did he pass away? I think he's still around.
But he was real good friends with Michael Moore.
Really?
Yep, good
Cool.
friends with Michael Moore.
Is that the director guy?
That does
one
all
that-
documentaries.
the one that-
Yeah, from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, he was always against Republicans or something.
Well, he was for the people. You know, because he lived it. You know, the destruction of Michigan since 1980. My aunts and uncles probably knew his parents because they all worked in the industry together. Overnight, they lost their job. We had to take our aunts and uncles in the house in Illinois because they were making record profits, but Ronald Reagan decided to give them a good, nice taxpayer tax cut that we paid for, so they can put all those people out of work and move the jobs over to Beijing. We paid for that because moving a company like that is very expensive.
I can imagine.
But we've been saying that for years, but nobody wanted to hear it. And a lot of people in this country are in denial. You can pretend that the scary thing's not there anymore, but it's still there. It's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's why I thought about marrying a Canadian woman so I can get free universalized health care instead of going bankrupt with insurance.
that's right.
Hmm.
Keep saving up, Sean.
I like that when some of them say, "Well, you got to wait in line." No, you don't. And plus, when we talk about waiting in line, did you see the footage of that black woman that waited in that emergency room in Brooklyn, New York, for 8 hours? She was
Ooh.
dead on the floor for 5 of those hours before
Ooh.
somebody went over there and checked on her.
Ooh, really? That's scary.
Yeah, look it up. It's on YouTube if it's still there. She was dead on the floor for 5 hours before because you could see the footage and you're seeing people walk by and they'd stop and look over there and then they would continue on.
Most people, if they knew, they think that maybe they're just sleeping or whatever, right? But that's sad.
If somebody was laying on the floor in a waiting room, in an emergency room, I'd go check on them and say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
So get this, Marion's mother lived in an apartment complex for 5 or 6 years, and the office manager people, they go and do house checks, if you will, on everybody's apartment door to find out what's up, if you're okay and everything, because we haven't seen you or heard you. You don't come down for dinners, what have you. Just like an old folks' place. And for 4 days or so, 3 or 4 days, we found out by the manager that one of the apartments on the same floor as Marion's mother, like maybe 5 doors from hers, that individual was dead for 5 days, and they had no idea until they went up to the room, knocked on the door, and they could smell an odor coming out from underneath the doorway, the crack underneath. And when they opened it, sure enough, it was just bad news. But the guy was already dead 4 days, and then they went and checked on him after 4 days of being dead.
Mm-hmm.
His whole apartment smelled like fart.
Yeah, you could find a lot of these videos on YT, how a lot of hospitals will take patients that still need to be in the hospital, but they're taking them and throwing them in a cab, and the cabbies are dumping them at the same spot on Skid Row in LA. But this is starting to pop up everywhere now. Hospitals are just getting rid of patients and dumping them somewhere.
Wow.
And what they do is they take the tag off their wrist so they can't identify what hospital they came from. If they can identify who the Uber driver or cab driver is, ask them where do they pick this patient up, and they'll tell them if you give them enough money.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that hospital over there.
Wow.
And why did they do that? Because the patient's insurance either ran out, or there was no way that they would make any money for the patients. Profit is more important than lives, and they proved it right there. That's been going on for years.
Wow.
So, Sean, you were talking about cabbies dropping patients off. Well, they had a little episode in Family Guy about that with Mother Teresa. And Stewie was the driver of the cab with the two friends of his in the back who were holding Mother Teresa character. And he pulls up to a hospital and he tells his friends, "Kick the bitch out." And the guys in the back saying, "We don't want to. We want to hold her. We can take her to a hospital." He's like, "Pull the damn bitch out." And something happened to Mother Teresa, like they killed her or something. And Stewie pulls up to a place and drops Mother Teresa out. Like just plops her out and peels out and leaves. And
comes to find out the majority of the people that were dumping patients on Skid Row there was Kaiser Hospital, owned by Kaiser. Kaiser was the douchebag that met with Nixon back in the day, and they discussed this already. That's where it all started.
Wow.
Where they developed our new medical system that drives you into poverty, or frantically bankrupting yourself to try to save your child's life, because that's basically what's still happening here.
That's scary.
I like these old folks. I want to choose my own doctor. I'm like, ma'am, Michael Jackson picked his own doctor, and yet he's still dead. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I like what my former professor, Richard Wolff, he went over to France to teach at the University of Paris for a couple of years. Plus, his extended family is French. And he said, they gave me this card, and I had a nasty cold. And when I went to the doctor's office, there was no staff. There was just a room. The doctor came out and he mentioned my name. I went in. He grabbed my card, scanned it, and handed it back to me. And then he treated me. And he said, "Go to this place and get your meds." Didn't cost him a thing. He went to go get the meds, and they cost next to nothing. And I'm sure that's the same way Canada does it too.
You're right back.
They'll give you medicine at the hospital and then give you a prescription.
Well, yeah. And it doesn't matter what, I know in Canada is like that. It doesn't matter what the medication is. It all costs $6. It may have gone up maybe a little bit, but that was a long time ago.
Oh.
What if I need this heart medicine? $6. Well, what if I need for chemotherapy? $6. The reason what's holding this whole thing up is there are people that are feel like they've been shamed millionaires. They never were a millionaire, like my oldest sister. And then they think one day that they're going to be well-to-do. And I'm like, if you don't win the lottery or invent the everlasting light bulb, you're never going to be there. They think that they're going to be one of these people that they admire, that the billionaire. It's never going to happen. You can think you're just like them, but you must understand you're not, and you never will be. And you can pretend all you want. And that's why I told my oldest sister, she couldn't handle it. I said, you can pretend all you want. You never were a millionaire. You act like a shamed millionaire, and you never will be. And they think that they're better than all these other people, and it's like, no, we're all in the same boat together. 99% against the 1%.
Yep. And you'll never get to be 1%.
And that's what's going to happen. They're going to make sure that when our economy, goes by the wayside, that they're not going to pay for it. We are.
No, they get the tax cuts.
Yeah, they get the $800 billion bailout like AIG, and then yet we need a bailout for student loans, and we can't do that. People are losing their houses and living in tents across the street from the house they used to live in. Oh, we can't bail those people out, but we can give AIG $800 billion so they can give out all these elaborate bonuses to their executives for fucking up the economy. They get a bonus. That makes sense.
Corrected. When you're connected, that's what happens.
So, Sean, did you know
That's
that
why
Adam Sandler?
I tell everybody, don't be so admired by America. That's why I told all the Australian trolls, I'm like, you people would be better off joining BRICS and getting out of the G7, because the G7, you take the G. Yeah, when you take the G7's, gross domestic product,
Right.
Yeah, he did Happy Gilmore too. It was for Netflix.
Right. Probably not the best. Cher just came in.
I'm curious, who did he get in a fist fight with this time? Because I know Bob Barker wasn't available. However, they did do a second fist fight. They both have relatives, and they do charity work for kids with autism. And Bob Barker was with Adam Sandler, and he made sure he had the Bruins jersey on. And they ended up getting into a second fist fight. You'll find that on YouTube. It was hilarious. And yeah, they're dead, right? And they're up in heaven. They're dead and they're up in heaven. And then there's Chubbs with the alligator saying, "Oh, come on, man, you're making me look worse." Just kick his ass. It was hilarious.
There's Chubbs. Yeah.
Off in part 2. I'm just curious, okay, who did he partner him up with? And did they get into a fist fight like he did with Bob Barker? That's what made that movie. When he got into the fist fight with Bob. But I like what Bob said to him. He goes, Happy, if I would have known that I had to toss your... If I had known I had to toss your salad to be in another one, I would have done it. It was hilarious.
Christopher McDonald was in the first one. I think he was in the second as well. And that was like he was doing the...
And Bob's eyes look like they're about ready to shoot out of his skull. I cannot believe that you're this bad at golf.
Cher, you want to come up? Or are you not feeling well like always?
I can't believe you were this bad in golf as you were in hockey. In my opinion, you should be working at the snack bar.
Uh,
All right, Cher, there's the StreamYard link. Come on up. Yes.
But hey, look up for that Bob Barker, Adam Sandler fist fight, part 2.
Right. Yeah, I remember the fist fight. I didn't like that movie too much. Adam Sandler's done some not okay films that I don't really care too much for.
that you've done?
What?
That you've done? I did a Lego challenge that I'm not fond of.
Okay. So, Cher, come on up. I guess I'll do another hour.
She's asking, can I come up? Well, Cher, you dropped the link. Come on.
Right.
Come on up. I'll drop it too.
Cheers, my friends, not a sponsor.
Hey, is that
See,
Yeah.
I like that.
nice?
They went back to the old logo. Pepsi did. They went back to the old logo when I was a kid.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Great, and you?
I'm quite okay. How about you, Sean? How are you?
We can't hear you, Cher. And she's not
Oh, you can't
muted.
hear me? Wait. I'll repeat it again.
I heard her just fine.
Maybe it's a signal.
I can't believe I still look at my notification and I can't believe it. I still look at my notifications and it's still there, Darren. Butternuts, New York.
Hello? Can you hear me now, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
at home it's a level 1.
Sean, Cher's here.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
I
Sean?
can't hear.
He still can't hear you.
What the heck is going on? I'll transfer to my other cell phone. Okay, hold on.
You don't bother. Sean will eventually hear.
But
Yeah,
back
there
at
you
home,
go. Sean's having trouble.
it's a winter storm level 1. They already called off school for tomorrow. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry?
sometimes you can. Cher was up talking, but you didn't respond. She went right back down. Josh and I can hear her perfectly, but she was talking to you. No
I
response.
can't hear Cher at all.
I know but we can hear her fine. It's not Cher. It's something with
I'm
your
sorry.
signal. So that's okay.
You still can't hear me.
I can't hear you. She goes down. It's like everybody can hear you except because when I came on, you can hear me.
I heard her at first.
Ah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, we
Now,
can.
for some reason, my signal is turned into shit.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear Cher at all. But there she blurted out. She goes, "Hold on, I got to step down." Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Now I'm back. Can
We
you hear
can
me?
hear you. Don't worry. It's only Sean's having problems.
It's impossible, guys. The both of you can hear. You can hear. He can hear you, but me, he cannot hear me.
No, he's having his systems going in and out. He'll hear you,
Oh,
and then he'll not. So he's having problems, not anybody else. That's why
okay.
I went down. You don't have to go down. He'll figure it
Mm-hmm.
out.
No, I just fix my phone, okay? Because the other phone is not working very well.
Hi, Naku.
By the way, Darren, thank you very much. Okay, I'll just try to finish the first artwork, and then I'll do it the other one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. So, Sean, how are you? What happened to him now?
Sean, I think he's going. His signal's not all that great.
Okay. How is your lovebird there? Your parakeet?
He's been kind of quiet the last few weeks. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's old. That's the sign. So get ready. Yeah, it happens also to me when my budgie is starting to become quiet. Oh, there you go. After that,
Every once in a
oh,
while, every once in a
he's
while he'll say
responding.
hello to me.
Yeah. The most important, if your bird is responding to you, that means he's still healthy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's gone. He has a problem on his system.
Yeah, a signal or something.
Hmm. Darren, how are you now? And the beautiful Ariana.
Ariana is great. Everybody's healthy. New Year's went well. So now just back to the normal.
Darren, another picture of Ariana if you have, okay?
Okay, I'll
Something
find more.
more clear, okay? So I can edit it and draw it in my high paint, you know. No, I'm just trying to trace her face, and then I try to color her
Okay.
using the computer. And then when it comes to background, yeah, I created my own background, you know.
Oh.
Just like a graphic design, you know. I was planning to print that in my bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, I might print you one. When are you coming to the Philippines, Darren?
Probably come January, February.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. So this January?
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I will try to prepare that. If I finish it, I will ask the shop there to print it in the canvas bag. So
Ooh,
make
fancy.
two, and then the other one you can give it to your daughter because yeah, that will be her memorable bag when she was printed in a canvas design. Oh, Josh, how is your wife now?
she's fine. She's in bed right now,
Mm-hmm.
but she can hear you if you say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, say hello.
Precious,
Oh,
somebody said
there goes. I
hello to
thought
you.
she's still there. That's good.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to your channel. My God, it was so big.
It's big, isn't it great?
Yeah, how did you do that?
How did I do that? I've just got a
Yeah,
lot of I got a lot of family and friends, and it kind of got shared around since September.
it was really nice.
My mother knows a lot of people.
Yeah, but you know what? What I really like from you, you don't like drama. You don't tolerate drama.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Because the first time I hear it, you're gone. I mean, that's just how I am.
Mm-hmm. I know you're part Norwegian.
I'm what?
You're part Norwegian, right?
No, I'm German and Irish, but we can play with that. Darren says he is Norwegian. I saw it. No, I'm just a huge bitch. That's all it is.
So what time is it right now in your country?
11:10 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Darren are the same. We're on the same coast.
Same time zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's easy.
He's more near dildo than I am.
Correct.
You know what? I will tell you something, Josh. Okay. From now on, to be honest, I have friends. Okay, you, uh, Darren, and Sean, and the rest of the girls there. Okay, but to be honest, I don't have any groups. Okay. What I really don't like right now on YT, it's like there are some groupies there. If ever you visited the other channel, they're getting mad at you, okay? Or some of them they trying to screenshot your conversation and sending it to the other person that you know it will start a fight. That
Yeah.
for me kind of normal and childish. I'm avoiding this kind of people. So this is the reason why you don't see me active right now on YT. I might be active if I want to show my artwork, but every day no.
Okay.
Had that. I had enough with that because I wanted the normal conversation just like this, Josh.
Right.
hmm you
Okay.
know, right? Darren,
Darren says I heard that.
God,
Darren was
Darren,
cleaning out his tuba.
Mine's more of a deep hum. Boom, 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 boom. Not a beep. Beep, beep.
oh my God! No, you're laughing now.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, Darren heard what was going on a few minutes ago.
I heard. Uh, uh,
He's like, somebody loves apples.
uh, someone's drinking a lot of pop, a lot of gas going on. Uh,
Happened now, Sean never came back.
He probably gave up. He was watching a movie when I woke him. I could hear him snoring.
All right.
He was waking up. He was actually waking up his truck. It was moving on him.
what?
Like every time I got up,
Okay.
the truck shook.
Oh, geez, because the wind, maybe.
I guess.
Wow.
When I first got on here, because somebody was demanding me to hurry up and get on, uh, I was like, Sean, wake up. Okay. Come on, turn your light on. Sean.
Okay.
He didn't have his headpiece on, so he didn't hear me.
Oh, geez, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right now, I'm just staying at my bed for a while because my tummy is in pain again. But I enjoying watching you guys.
So you got to go?
No, I'm just watching you guys. Okay, don't worry. I'm just here. If if I wanted to go, I'll just let you know. Okay, I'll just drop. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's you.
Son. Oh, soon it's your birthday. Oh, February 14.
That's mine, not Sean's.
So you're 54 now. Am I right?
Sean is December 14. Mine is February 14. Josh, when's
Yeah.
yours?
Oh, both of you are 14, and me November 15.
Oh,
July
wow.
July 1st.
You're July 1st. Oh yeah. You're turning how?
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, July
uh,
1st. That's Canada Day.
I'll be 47.
ah,
You're still
I'm old.
young.
1 year. I'm 48 now. Soon to be. Oh my God, 50. Oh my Jesus
I know I'm
Christ.
getting up there too. Darren says, I'm past all you.
Yeah. Uh,
Darren's gonna act like he's gonna be 60 this year.
no, definitely not.
Darren is turning 54. Am I right?
No, 55.
Ah,
I'm already 54.
what about Sean?
He's younger than I am.
Yeah, I know.
He's 1 year younger than I am, so he just
We-
turned 54, so he'll turn 55 next.
okay.
Yeah,
Marion will be 63.
yeah, it's just a year, it's just a number.
Marion's birthday is the 17th of September.
Nice.
Mhm.
And usually every year when we try to do a dinner party, if you will, I'm the one that's always setting it up, making sure 20 or so people show up, even if it's 5 minutes, 20 minutes of your day, whatever, just please
Yeah.
stop by wherever we have the meal. But everybody has to cover themselves because I'm not rich. Darren is. But the thing is, when people don't show up, it really hurts us. They sit, and I always plan 3 weeks to a month in advance for her. And when people do that and they don't, and they skip out, and they say, "I'm sick," or something else comes up, and they don't let us know, and I'm like this out the window of the restaurant trying to wait for other people to get here, and then I call and text. They don't want to call and text me back. They just blow us off. We've got friends like that. So my family, I usually it's friends, half family that show up. My family shows up for Marianne. Okay,
That's
and me. I don't care about my birthday because it's in the summer. I care about hers, and I make it
Okay.
I make it huge for her. Like at the most, we get about 15 to 20 people, and we go to Chili's or something,
Oh yeah.
and we usually have a huge get together dinner thing, and everybody has to buy their own, unfortunately. But it just hurts when nobody wants to stay in touch, saying, "Can't make it. Sorry, work, school, children's, just anything," and they don't let you know though.
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, we expected you, and you said you confirmed to us that you were going to be there." Well, things come up. Yeah, things come up for us too, but we still try to make it. Just let me know. I hate that when they don't stay in touch to tell you something.
Especially if they confirm, it'd be preferable if they at least let you know why they couldn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
guys, to step down now, okay? Because my tummy is really in pain. Thank you very much, Josh, for
Thank you guys
inviting me,
for coming
okay?
up.
And thank you very much, Darren.
Nice to see you.
Okay, okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And then there was two.
So, Darren, I went to our local casino, big place up in Virginia, right? On Friday. I was playing. I put like $20 in, and I'm not even kidding. And I got it all the way to $911.
Nice.
But the problem is, I thought maybe another extra 100 to make it $1,000, then walk and leave the casino, right?
Yeah.
Well, we stayed 6 hours. We didn't leave. We kept playing,
Oh no.
and it went all back in. So,
Oh
and I told Marion several times, I just went up there random, just Friday. I says, Marion, let's go. There's lots of restaurants. The whole casino, they just grand opening back in December. It was a nice place, but there was too much smoking going on, and Marion has asthma. So I went up there, spent about 6 hours up there, got there at 2, left at 8. And I had $911 on one game. I did scatter around and play other games, but this game knocked it out of the box. I was like,
wow.
some black woman was sitting next to me 2 games down. I was like, you're not going to move. You just sat there. Don't leave. You are my good luck charm right now. She's like, you're going to split it with me, right? I says, we'll talk. And I didn't split it with her because she left and did some other games. But $911, I told Marion, I said, sorry, I didn't walk away with that and stop. And, because I just got there, and within from 2 o'clock to about 3:15, I hit that shit
Wow.
in an hour. And
Wow.
I was like, I just got here and I just got $900. And I saw it. I could have taken a picture of it, whatever, but I was trying to make it to at least $1,000. Then I was going to leave. So now we're broke right now, and I'm just whatever. So
Oh.
it's not been a great weekend, and so I'm just kind of bummed. That's why I put my title, my typical boring LS. I just haven't been really happy since that. So, but that was like the bet. I was like, oh my goodness, no way. This machine was hot. I did not want to leave. And I eventually did, but like, I put all that back in there though.
Wow.
And I had to change my plan. Remember I told you we just purchased flights?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we had plans in 2 weeks to go down there, but I had to change it because now I don't know when I'm going back, probably once a month. I'm not sure when I'm going back, but I should have walked away with that $900 and said, well, I got this within an hour.
Well, if you go up to 950 and you say, okay, I'm going to go down to 800's my basement, instead of putting all 1,000 back in, that would be the ideal, right? So you go up, and the most you can go down is X. When you hit that, you stop. That would be ideal, right? So you have a basement. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
But I don't know when I'm going back. It's a nice place. They had about, I don't know, 6 or 7 new restaurants in there and sports book stuff and poker tables.
Well, that sounds nice.
It was a scattered casino. It was like wrapped around like a circle walkway, hallway, not really a hallway, but like they really designed it well with the Caesars logo in the center and everything. And it looked like it was like a rich place. You walk in, you feel like royalty.
Yeah.
And they have security now. So they changed it over because now you got to show your ID because if you're a rapist, you can't come in there.
That's funny.
Because, when they scan your ID, it'll alert them saying banned or something.
Oh, okay.
So now they got security doing the checkpoints. And, even if you had to go take a piss, come back, or eat and come back, they already seen you. So
Okay.
you don't have to keep showing your ID.
Well, that's good.
Just one time.
That's good.
Yeah. If you ever come down, I'll take you up there or something. And I was going to Okay, my mother never knew I went up there, but I was gonna do like a filming, because as long as you don't film the games, you can take pictures, you can do video elsewhere in the building. They don't
Nice.
yell at you. They don't say anything. Because in Reno, I asked this rent-a-cops, I said, some casinos allow it and some don't. And I was filming around here doing the live stream and stuff. Is that okay? And he said, oh, no problem. I haven't heard anything that it's against the law here. Or we just don't like it. So yeah, help yourself. So Reno was really nice about it, but a lot of casinos, like in Vegas, I heard the people that I follow, they said a lot of the casinos down there, they don't allow filming at all. You have to get permission, like strict permission, and you got to
Where's
be
that?
you got to be
Where is this?
Cosmopolitan. That's one of them. They don't allow filming there. But you have to be YouTube famous and you have to ask for permission. Like, oh, I have 550K subscribers, YouTube famous like that.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of them that I'm following that do filming in casinos, but they give money to charities. They help out other patrons that are playing. They're just nice. They're funny, but they're nice.
That's good.
So they're not like they keep their money, but like if they want to do one day of just giving, they would do it. No questions asked.
There you go.
But there's a lot of them that are out there that are YouTube famous, over 500K subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, I'll take you to the one up here. It's about an hour and a half away if you're interested.
That's close. It's good.
Yeah. And because when a friend of mine came out here, we went to Cherokee, which is west, but now you can't really get there unless you go around because of Helene. So there's other ways to go.
Yeah.
But I don't want you just to be down here just to see casinos. I mean, you have plans. I'll go with you, whatever, and
We'll have a good time. Go through lots of drive-thrus. Hello.
I'll show you. I'll do it.
I'll be filming those.
Yeah, we could play around with that.
Yeah.
I do it at fast foods. I don't do it at normal restaurants. I do say, thank you, dear, once they supply the meal to my table. But
Yeah.
drive-thrus at fast foods, that's where I do it mostly because a lot of them don't have cameras pointing at you and some do. And they know it's a man, and then I pull up and there's no woman in my car. That's how they know that, are you fucking with us? Who's the woman that ordered? Oh, she had to step out and go to the store. She told me to get the meal and then meet her back there.
Uh,
And then somebody at Burger King said, you should try voiceover work. That was funny.
no.
And this was an older lady, like she stuck her head out and talked to me and did this out the window and wanted to chat. There was nobody else behind me. And I was like, thank you. Maybe I should get into it.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have a ball with it. Like I said, I did it to McDonald's one time, and one of the managers said, I'm going to give him a soda. I was like, I don't even want anything, but thank you.
That's nice.
So you go up there, you're doing this, and then, like, they have a kick out of it. They call me ma'am, which is funny, on the drive-thru because they can see you with the cameras.
Uh-huh.
But, yes, ma'am, what else would you like? Well, dear, I don't know. But they get a kick out of it, too. And I really don't even want anything, but they just provide, like, here's a drink. That was funny. Or they'll say something like, oh, I know him. I know who it is. They don't expect me to come up and order when I come up to the drive-through window.
There you go.
So which one's the real Brett? Now there's two of the same names popping in here.
You can tell by the image.
The image is still the same. It's a car.
That's him.
He's saying there's two different ones.
Yeah, that's the real one. Hi, Brett. Happy New Year. Yeah, the fake one pretends to be him, but it's not him. That's the real one. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know which one's the fake one. It's all the same.
No, that's all the real one. He's just saying that the one that you knew before is not him. Hi, Ivy. Mega love shout out. Happy New Year.
Well, whoever that was hasn't showed up probably in 3 or 4 months.
Correct.
Plus, I think I blocked that account. I don't know because it was an orange profile photo.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I haven't seen him unless I blocked him. I don't know. I got tired of it. But he was nice though. He kept saying something about my wife all the time.
Yeah.
I think he called me fat once, and he told me to slim down, and then that was the time where I just let him go.
Okay. I see.
Brett, why would they want to make fake accounts with you? Do they have beef with you, or do they just hate you or something, or what's going on? Because I get confused when there's like double, triple names in my chats.
No, everybody likes Brett. No one hates Brett. As far as I know. Everybody likes
About 2 years ago, you remember I sent everybody a greeting card for Christmas time 2 or 3 years ago?
Uh-huh.
I sent Sean Williams one, and I sent Brett one to his place, and they really enjoyed it and accepted me as a really good friend and true to my word. So, Darren, I haven't received anything from you yet.
It's on its way.
He says from dildo it takes 20 days.
It's how do I say it's snail mail. Snail mail.
Did you put that $500 check you owe me?
Yeah, it's a rubber check. So good luck on that.
I'll try my best to cash it.
It might work. Might work.
No, but all our bills are paid for January, so
That's nice. Yeah, keep on top of it.
I'm sorry.
That's good. Keep on top of it, and you're good.
Yeah. Now I'm just working, and I'm going on 6 months with this job, so
That's amazing.
it'll be a year in August. Hopefully, I don't die before that year.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. No, but the job's doing well. Marion's doing okay.
Oh, that's good.
We got a full fridge. So, but yeah, everything's lined up pretty good now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, Darren, on these trips we're going on, I told my mother today, I said, yeah, I just purchased a 3-day yesterday, and I told her about it, and she kind of told us it was stupid to go, and I said, Mom, you and Dad always go somewhere spontaneously, and or whenever you do, you just up and go and expect me to feed your pets while you're gone. I don't mind doing that. They don't pay me. I don't ask for anything, whatever. But she gets on to me for taking off, me and Marion, whatever. So we're adults. Marion shouldn't have to be told what she can do. She'll do whatever she wants. But I'm going to take her. I have to go. So when I booked this yesterday, a friend of mine is helping us get around while we're down there.
That's nice.
And we'll hit Disney Springs and Universal for dinner. And I got a really nice hotel right on Universal Boulevard over there, and it's like $140 total with tax. It was like 40 something a night.
Nice.
And so that was all. Everything's set for that trip there. Hopefully, I'll see some of my family that live down there.
That's
I have
good.
one in Tampa, one in Cocoa Beach, one in Rockledge, which is near Cocoa. And then I got some family down south in, what was it? Cape Coral, Florida. So I got some people down there. And I told them, I said, we're flying. We won't have our vehicle, but we will make trips with our vehicle eventually. But if Spirit Airlines is having issues, there's bankruptcy, and it seems like they're going downhill every time I read something about it. And I was like, I said, Marion, we've got that $80 credit left. We need to use it. I'm afraid they're going to be doing nothing by May, maybe even longer. I don't know. Because nobody wants to kind of merge with them or buy the company, or, they keep failing in that department. So what happened? Everybody's screwed that bought tickets and or has credit. Use the credit. And I told my mother, I said, Mom, these 2 trips that are coming up, these were through our credit. They're free. So we put nothing down except our credit. And she's like, I guess, okay, well, what about hotel and everything? And I told her, as I told you. And she kind of calmed down after because she's always said, go somewhere where you have family. Well, the family down there always ends up using the I'm busy card, but then they're always available for my folks to come down.
Gotcha.
We can't even stay at their homes because we're fat and we snore. That is not even a joke. That is what I was told.
Really?
My own family said that to my mother. And my mother told me, I said, she was bringing it up. She's like, you know why you can't stay at Kim's? I says, no, I don't. It would be nice. Because you are big, you and Marion, that's 600 pounds combined, and you guys both snore. And you can't fit on an antique queen bed. You could break it.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt me, but now I know how my aunt is, and she's somewhat been involved with me and Marion's all of this, and I don't like it when she gets involved, because one time I was doing stuff with my mother with funds, and I was like, she said something out of the way, and I turned to her, I says, why the fuck are you here? Because I didn't need to hear what she had to say.
No.
Involved with my business, and we did it right there at my grandpa's house at his kitchen table. She was sitting there, he was there, my mother and I were there, and she said something, and it really pissed me off, and I won't regret it either. I don't hate her. I love my family, trust me. But when you're going to say something out of the way about me or my wife or whatever the case is, I really don't care if we see you or not. So if you're going to call me names or say something about us, don't bother.
Yeah.
But the rarest thing, my aunt wants to try to meet up while we're down there. And I said, sure, let's just meet somewhere for dinner. I don't need to go to your house. I mean, I don't care about all that. Just meet for dinner. So we're going to play by ear with her daughter and her. I think my cousin, okay, I've got a lot of family in Florida, so I have two cousins there, my aunt and my uncle, and then friends south. So they don't mind if we come down, but we just can't stay with them,
Right.
which would save lots of lodging money and, you know. But when you have the situation that Marion's in, it's more stern and controlled, and they don't want us doing anything, you know, if we were staying with them. So anyway, next time, since our credit's pretty much strapped, since I bought these trips, we're going to drive next time we come down there. Marion and I really, truly, like, with or without you, but we want to do a road trip out west.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not being rude to you. I'm just saying, like, eventually with funds, enough of it, we want to drive out west because we can't rely on other people. So,
That's true.
but we've had to rely on others because they don't mind doing that, but some of them have dropped our friendship like a hat, and now it's just time for us to do our own thing and just go.
That's it.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that either.
no.
Nothing wrong with that either.
But I hope you have a great night. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Good night, and we'll talk to you probably tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Okay, take care.
Okay. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Mommy Ivy. Bye, Brett.
All right, everybody. Take care. Have a great one. We'll do it again sometime. Bye.